What's up, guys? So today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about the baits I used on my most recent video. Give you guys a quick rundown of how I used them, I guess probably why I used them, and show you the exact baits and how I rigged them. Give you guys a couple pointers on it. And that way, if you ever face similar conditions, you can try these baits out for yourself. I know there's a ton of guys out there making videos like this, bait reviews, how I used it, all that good stuff. You know, I'm not really trying to get into that genre per se, but I just want to give my viewers, my subscribers, who pay attention to my channel and how I fish and maybe fish similar to the way I do, a couple pointers on some of the things I use, so maybe you can try them for yourself. So stay tuned and we'll get going on this. Thanks for watching. Well, I had the jerk bait. Alright guys, so actually the first bait I ended up throwing, the conditions I faced weren't ideal. First off, it was overcast, slightly windy. It was probably in the 60s, maybe 50s. Like I said, with a breeze, a little bit of, it was sprinkling as well. A cold front had running through Houston, so I knew conditions weren't going to be great. But sometimes conditions like that make for really good fishing. The conditions aren't ideal for an angler, but for fishing they can be really good. I started off throwing an Alabama rig, switched real fast. That obviously wasn't doing it. I never had much luck with those on the bayou anyway, so I switched up to a jerkbait. And before I get into it, I want to let you know what this is. This is the Strike King KVD J200, and the color is Clearwater Minnow. And I don't have many jerkbaits. I had a Cabela's gift card, and I was looking at different jerkbaits on there, and this one had really good reviews. It's a little pricey, but you can hear the rattles in here are. Let me hold that hook. Really loud rattles. I was really impressed with this bait. Hookup ratio was I didn't miss a fish. Actually, take that back. I did, but most every hit I got, I landed the fish. It could have been angler error. The fish that I missed, it was bites. I felt the bite, I went and set the hook, and I missed him. It wasn't that I had a fish hooked and he spit it. So the hooks are sharp. I was fishing with 12-pound mono, and I was really impressed. Really good bait. The colors really well. The action was awesome. Really impressed with it. I'm looking forward to getting some new colors. Like I said, they're kind of expensive. I think they're around the $8 to $10 range, so it's not something I'll buy in bulk, but having a few on hand would definitely be nice. So there it is right there. Really nice bait, nice profile. Very, very cool. So actually, let me set that back over here. Next up, so after I threw the jerkbait for a while, I stopped getting bites. And you know, I knew the presentation probably needed to be fairly slow and erratic. Erratic came from the jerkbait, that worked. But I knew that if I was going to do some kind of bottom presentation or throw a soft bait, it was going to need to be slow. So I don't remember exactly how I stumbled across these, but this is the Savage Gear 3D Crawl. And I saw these, and I said, man, that, you know, the detail is just a really, really good looking bait. The head, the claws, it looked awesome. And it actually has, I believe the body cavity has an air pocket to help this bait float. And I also believe the claws, I want to say the claws have air in them. It may just be the body, I'm not exactly certain. But this is also rigged on a Savage Gear stand-up jig head. And by the way, this is the spring crawl color. It is a 3-inch, and I'm fishing it on the. This is a 1/0 stand-up jig head by Savage Gear, and it fits perfect for this bait. It worked great. Anyway, so when you're fishing this bait, you can see here where your line's tied on. So you cast this out, it's going to sink down straight down, just like that. And people have complained about puncturing the air cavity and the crawfish not standing up as well. That didn't happen to me, even though I punctured this. It still stood up great for me. It worked really well. The fish loved it, and all I was doing was just really slow pops on the bottom. You know, I was probably not popping it any more than maybe 3 inches off the bottom. It wasn't real like bam, hitting my rod tip and jerking it way up. It was just subtle pops, just kind of crawling it along the bottom. And the fish tore it up. I caught somewhere in the range of probably 6 to 8 fish on this one bait. And it's got some tears in it that hopefully you can see. It's got bite marks. It's rough, but honestly, when I go back out, I'll probably still throw this same bait till it rips in half. It seems to be pretty durable, which is great. So pretty impressed with this bait. It worked really, really well. Really happy with that. Now, one of the keys, though, I think that helped with this bait was I had never used this stuff before, but I've always heard good things about it. It's called ProCure Super Gel. They make a variety of scents to put on your baits, and of course, I went with crawfish. And I would say every, maybe somewhere in the range of 15 to 20 casts, I'd bring the crawfish out, I would dry it off a little bit, and I would just put a small dab of this, on the body cavity, on the tail, and kind of smear it around. And I'll tell you what, you'll hear me in my video. Of course, I can't say for certain with proven fact that helps catch fish or that it helped me catch more fish, but I definitely think it influenced the bite, and I do believe it worked for me. So anytime I throw a crawfish or a jig, I'm probably going to be using that stuff from now on. I don't think it hurt. I definitely think it helped. So, but those are the baits that I threw. I threw them both on 12-pound mono. Didn't break any fish off. It seemed to do well. It was a fairly productive day. I didn't get all fish on film. My memory card filled up. I didn't even realize it. I was just shooting away thinking I was capturing all these fish on film. Got home and memory card was full. So, but I got a lot of good fish. Not good fish, but I got a lot of fish on film. So that was fun, and it was a good day.